Hey guys, quick follow-up to the missing 70 thousandths. I think I may have figured it out, and we're going to run a test here in just a minute. I had some good suggestions on part one, and I'm going to follow up on some of those just as maintenance items. One suggestion was that maybe I was holding this too tightly in the vise on the mill. However, I actually had this clamped right to the table with strap clamps, one in each corner. So I'm confident that wasn't the issue. And then also I checked just to make sure I wasn't pinching the work between the lathe jaws here, and I've double checked that that's not an issue either. So there was a couple other things people considered, maybe my Z-axis being tilted and I'm machining kind of a face that's not perpendicular to the table. I'm going to look into that, but I'm pretty sure I've got it trammed up good enough within a few thousandths. But I think I figured it out. I did a little bit of calculations here. You can see originally I'd measured 440 on the Y and 510 on the X, so 70 thousandths of error. And if we divide those into each other, we get 0.9845. That's the same as saying 1.55% error over this distance. So my suspicion was that it was my config file, and so I pulled that up in Linux CNC, and I know I was in this file probably a month or two ago, and what I noticed is that the scale for the x-axis is 5080, and for the y it's only 5000. The Z is also 5080, and I believe this is how many steps it takes to move an inch. So being that should be 5080, what I did was come back over here, and we just divide 5000 into 5080. That gives us 9843, and that gives us an error of 1.57, 1.55. So I'm pretty sure that's it. So let me show you one other thing. I've got just a little piece of aluminum sheet metal. I think this is 32 thousandths, and it's just double-sided sticky tape down to the table. And then I've got this 1/4-inch drill mill sitting in here. I just real quick have a program to do a 4-inch circle starting at 0, 0. We're going to jog over here. I'm actually not going to film that because it's kind of hard for me to do both, being that I'm holding my cell phone, and frankly, I just don't want to film it. So I'll be back in just a minute, and we'll take a look at whatever we get. Okay, so there's our circle, and this is more or less how it was on the table. So I set this at 3 inches 50 because with the tool offset, I think that's roughly what the inside of this circle is. You can see there's a little bit of a thickness to it, probably about 20 thousandths. So if we go straight across, which is about right there, you can see we're at 3950, and we're just touching the inside edges. Let's see if we can maybe sweep that and get a little better. It's kind of hard one-handed. Okay, so it's definitely not going inside the circle. Let's do it again this way. This would have been the y-axis. And hey, what do you know? That looks like it's about it, at least within 5 thousandths. Which, I mean, this is kind of a crude way to measure it. But I'll take 5 thousandths on this machine. I mean, really what I want is 1 or 2, right? But at this point, I'm not being picky. It's definitely not 70, though. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. I'm confident that we've got it solved. And, yeah, now we can finally move on to the rest of the top plate. And this project will be finished. Just got to do 4 little slots for the bolts. Basically, it's the bolts that bolt the top plate down to the riser. And we'll be done. Anyway, thanks for all your suggestions. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to scroll down and do a thumbs up or like or whatever you want to call it. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And we'll see you in the next video.